Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. But who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And he's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of CLR, Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I am a criminal defense lawyer, board certified, which means I have taken 2 exams. I've had 4 lawyers, 4 judges, 4 prosecutors vouch for my credentials. I've tried so many cases over the years. I've cross-examined so many experts, and that means I'm a specialist. It's what I do, criminal law. And one of the things I like to do is I like to change people's lives. I like to, have my work mean something. So you help somebody get out of a jam. Let's say they're looking at 25 years to life, and all of a sudden they walk away a free person. You want to see them use that refound freedom for good, to change their lives so that they're not in the same shit that they were just in. So that's what I like to do. And today we're not really reacting to a video so much as a tweet. Now, I'm sure you guys know about Lil Durk and who Lil Durk is. Lil Durk recently tweeted, "I'm not mentioning the dead in my songs no more, or I'm not mentioning the dead in my songs no more, or performing songs with they name in it." Now, I think, remember what I said before, when will this end? When will this end? I think, first of all, you know who Lil Durk is. He's a big name. And when this song, Dissing the Dead, came to play, it started with Tuka, Smoking Tuka. And then it just has gone back and forth with O-Block and, let me just read you some shit, okay? Let me just read you some things that are just, I find fascinating. O-Block lost Reezy, Ode, Platoon, Sheroid, J Money, HK, Lil Chris, Big lost White, Chino, Big A, T-Roy, Toad, and Alta Ops. That's just 12 people. This is old. This is an old list. This is like a couple years ago. Blood Money, Corey, K Killa, CD, Enemo, Capo, Alta Ops. That's 6 guys. Nico gang lost Melvo and Lil Nick, Trey Savage, Tops. That's 3 guys. Brick City lost Alonzo, Craig, Don, Black, Steve, and Jizzle to Ops. That's 6. 600 lost D-Thang, Lil Steve, L.A. Capone, Baldy, Shaq, Thix, Lil Bach, Dello, Waldo, the Ops. I mean, I can go on and on. And these are mostly all Chicago folks. And the thing about it is, some of these guys have promise. I mean, Tuka was 15 years old when he lost his life for nothing, for beefs. Because. And when I say for nothing, it starts out nothing, and then it's tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. And look what we got going down in Jacksonville. Same goddamn things. So for Lil Durk to sit there and take a stand saying, "I'm not going to diss the dead anymore," that is a step in the right direction. I'd like to see more of that. I really would like to see more of that. I know we one of the focus on this channel is drill music, and it's drill music because it has to deal with homicides. It has to deal with all kinds of criminal aspect of things, guns, drugs, homicides, and that's part of my world. People ask, why do I do this kind of reactions to? Well, it's I represent gangbangers. I represent rappers. I represent people from the street of all walks of life. And, it's not all that I do, but it's part of what I do. And so, the thing about it is when a surgeon does a liver transplant on Mickey Mantle, who was an alcoholic, the last thing the surgeon wants to see is Mickey Mantle leave the hospital, go across the street to a bar and start drinking again and ruin the liver he just transplanted, right? you want your work to mean something. You want when you want you don't like repeat clients in my business. You like to give somebody their life back, work really hard, get them out of the gym, and all of a sudden, oh, thank God, and hopefully nothing like that happens again. I had this rapper slash. He was thuggish, but he was one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life. He had big dreads, and he had the biggest forearms of anybody I've ever seen in my life. Big forearms, and he was charismatic, and he was in custody for a homicide, and this was a very pivotal. I really got to like the guy a lot because when somebody's in jail, you go see him a lot, and if they're in there on a homicide, they're going to be in there a while, because their bail is so high. Well, we tried his case and won his case. And, I bought him a steak dinner after that. And it was just an amazing feeling. Well, then he calls me 2 months later and asks me, hey, Bruce, what's the penalty for counterfeiting? I'm like, oh, fucking hey. Dude, you've got so much talent. You've got so much going for you. You just dodged 25 years, and now you're asking me this question? Well, instead of getting his life straight, he wound up dying in the streets of Wisconsin, where his girlfriend ran him over in the street and was kicking him in the head. You ain't gonna do that to me, more motherfucker. So that's what she was saying. And so my point is that you want your work to mean something. So that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. And so when I hear, we do talk a lot on the channel about the bad things that people do, right? We talk about NBA YoungBoy and him getting popped with guns. We talk about Melly and his case, but today it's got a little bit different focus, and the focus is on the good, and for Lil Durk to tweet out a positive message that he's not going to smoke on the dead. Basically, and this, that's what perpetuates this ongoing cycle of violence that really needs to stop. It needs to end. And, if you're listening to this, you can be the impetus for change. You might not think that especially if you're like 13 years old and you're looking at gang stuff, there's a way that you can look up to somebody who's not dealing drugs, somebody who's not killing other people. We need, I understand retribution. Believe me, I understand it like nobody else. I'll tell you a story. Okay, remember a story I told you last time about my dad's, the guy who turned my father in? I drove by his house, and, thank God I didn't do something stupid. I did have a 357 because I had a permit to carry, and I used it when I was doing investigation work before I became a lawyer. And thank God I didn't do something stupid, because my life would be so different right now had I done something stupid. The way I got him back, though, I did get him back. And this is actually a fun story. So he was a fire chief. And while my father was in prison, he was making fun of my father and stuff like that. And so I was trying to think of a way to get him back. So I knew he was a rat. And I really didn't like the fact that he was a rat, that he was a snitch. So he had a birthday, and I happened to know when his birthday was. So I sent over a birthday present for him. I sent it through an anonymous delivery service, and it was a nicely wrapped present. And in that, it came to his office, at the city hall, and there was a city clerk there. There was all of a sudden everybody around the office gathered around. Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, you got a birthday present. Oh my, what might it be? Well, I had acquired a dead rat. I'm not going to tell you where I got it, but I got it from a buddy of mine who runs a lab, and he happened to have a dead rat. And he opens this up, and all of a sudden he realizes that this is a dead rat, and it was completely embarrassing. Not only was it completely embarrassing for him, it freaked him the fuck out, and he wound up quitting shortly after that because he thought somebody was watching him. And so, you know, I don't really recommend retribution. I don't. But if you're gonna take revenge against somebody, it shouldn't be something that's gonna change your life. It should be something that just kind of makes them take notice. And you know, this statement right here is not it's the exact opposite of retribution. This statement from Lil Durk: I'm not mentioning the dead in my songs no more, or performing songs with their name in it. And I think that is a step in the right direction. So what I'm going to propose to all of you, that each one of you can be the impetus for change. You know, where did retribution get King Von? Where is it going to get Lil Tim? You know, I mean, where is retribution going to get any of these guys who go after each other? You know, when I played the song "Who I Smoke," I like the song. I like the way it sounds. The guys look good in the video, but it ends there. You know, I mean, I don't like what they're saying. I don't like the fact that they are talking about, you know, push your shit back, boy. We don't need to be there. You know, what should you be focusing on? Building. You should be building a life, building an education, building, I've built a lot over the course of my life. And because I've done that, I've been able to afford an opportunity for my son and my daughter to attend good schools, to live a life of privilege for sure, and to chase their dreams, you know, without a lot of care. And that is where you should be, and making opportunities for yourself and for others. This business about pushing your shit back and ops and killing, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. So these are just my thoughts on the topic, and I wanted to call out Lil Durk, because I think that Lil Durk should be applauded for doing this. Now, guess what? Does that mean it's going to stop the violence? No, but it's a small step in the right direction. I mean, he's a big name. If we can get more people to change the culture, and if all of a sudden he starts doing things that are completely different that hit, you know, that all of a sudden he starts making money doing that, guess what? Everybody will follow. And so this is kind of a message of peace. So this is Bruce Rivers. One lawyer's opinion, one guy's opinion. If you're watching this, you should follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. You should spread that message too, because you should not be self-snitching. We'll see you next time.